One trait that is going to significantly give a player a much better advantage on the football pitch and allow them to dominate the field easier when playing is going to be their speed. A player that has a lot of speed and utilises it well on the football pitch is going to be quicker to the ball, faster when making plays, and find parts of the game much easier, like chasing down opponents to defend or taking on players and sprinting forwards when their team is on the attack. These players are so difficult to come up against, but they are also so valuable to have on your team, as a player with high speed at times has the power to completely change a football match and be the one that creates the most threat to the opposing side. One of my favourite things to do in a football match is to take on defenders and blitz past them with my pace, because this is a trait that has always been a strong point in my game and it has made me a player that stands out amongst others. This is why I have made it a key focus to be training on a constant basis, so that it can reach the best level it can possibly be, and so that I can remain a player that is very difficult to come up against. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the exact formula that I have been following that has enhanced my speed to one of the greatest levels that it has ever been before. After watching this video, you are going to understand exactly how you can take your speed to an even greater level and become the fastest player you have ever been. So without further ado, this is the footballer's formula for unstoppable speed. The first part of this formula is to get 1 or 2 days during the week to be solely focusing on speed and agility training. In my case, I've been completing an intense speed and agility training session every Monday on the football pitch, and also a higher resistance speed and agility session on the beach as well. And during these sessions, there is a wide variation of different speed and agility drills that are to be completed with plenty of maximum effort sprints. I aim to make the pitch sessions around 1 hour and 30 minutes long and the beach drills for up to 1 hour. You want to be doing plenty of drills that will make you quickly change direction, work on your reaction time, fast acceleration and fast deceleration, and of course, maximum effort sprinting. The players playing the highest levels of football are constantly improving these speed mechanisms so that they can push further and progress more than the others they are competing with. And if you too want to reach those same levels or higher, then you're going to have to be training like they are. Now, if you are training like this, twice a week, consistently, and seeing some good results, then the way you can push yourself to the next level is to find a friend, preferably someone who is also quite fast, and to train together. Because when you train speed and agility with someone else, especially during maximum speed sprints, you are much more motivated to train harder and make more progress. Because this is a healthy competition between the two of you to see who is faster. Race them and race them often, because you are always going to sprint your hardest when there is someone there to beat. However, if you are beating them every time and the difference is clear, then you have to find someone else who is going to be able to push you. My advice is to find another player who is already faster than you and see how quickly you can catch up. This will make you train with more intensity and you will now have a highly motivating goal to reach. Like I've already said, when you are training, train with maximum effort, because this is the only way you are going to push past your current speed limits. It will be uncomfortable and it may hurt, but that pain you are feeling is the process of the speed gains you are making. And if your goal as a player is to become really fast, then make sure you are doing this speed and agility training at least twice a week. And after weeks and months of consistency, your teammates and opposition you play against won't be able to keep up with this new you. To become a player that can dictate a game of football through their speed, it is very important that we intentionally develop our muscles so that they are more explosive, powerful, and can make rapid movements in a shorter time. To do this, we are going to need to be training plyometrics as part of our weekly gym routines. Plyometrics are specifically designed to enhance the muscles in your legs so that they can generate high amounts of power and force in a very short period of time. This is the way we are going to massively increase our speed and agility, and by completing these consistently and with intention, your legs are going to be far better adapted for high speeds and a greater intensity. Some examples of plyometrics you can do would be box jumps, jump squats with weights, double leg switches, and box power step-ups. These are all exercises that are going to move your legs in an explosive and rapid way and are intentionally developing your legs for higher force produced and fast explosive power. What I have been doing for this speed formula is completing 2 plyometric workouts at the gym during the week, one on Monday and one on Friday, and completing these with maximum effort and high intensity. If you are doing plyometrics in the gym, then intentionally do each exercise as fast and as powerful as you can, and continuously execute on progressive overload as well. Use heavier weights, complete more reps, or add an extra drill into the routine, as over time, your legs will adapt further to each exercise you are doing, and you want to continue to progress more and more. Do this week in and week out, and over time, you are going to constantly see how your speed and leg power is gradually improving after each completed session. Doing these plyometrics twice a week, as well as your speed training twice a week, is going to develop you into a baller with some serious pace. But one thing we want to make sure that we are persistently developing at the same time is the overall maximum muscle strength in our legs. This is because having high muscle strength in the legs is going to allow the force generated from running and sprinting to be extremely high, which is going to give you the ability to sprint harder, faster, and for much longer. For this formula, I've been training legs for max strength at the gym once per week on Wednesdays. And the focus for this session is to be lifting the heaviest weights I possibly can for 3 sets of 8 to 9 repetitions, completing 5 to 6 different leg exercises such as squats, leg press, hamstring curls, and more. As you are lifting with your leg muscles on the heaviest weights you can complete your sets with, you are making your muscles use maximum effort and in turn strengthening them to the maximum they can currently be. By doing it this way, you are tearing the muscles as much as you can and then able to recover much stronger than before. And once you have been doing this for a long period of time, you will begin to feel as your legs are way more capable of doing everyday things such as walking, as your strides will be stronger. But when it comes to running and sprinting, you will be able to do this with more pace, more strength, and more endurance. To further enhance the level of strength and force your legs can produce, then I would recommend doing single leg exercises in your workouts and doing them often. Single leg exercises are going to individually strengthen the legs to the maximum they can be. And the reason you want to be doing them is because when you are running or sprinting during a game of football, you are always pushing off of one leg to take each step, generating the force through each next step from one leg and the momentum you have already built. Therefore, if you enhance the level of maximum strength in one single leg, when you are sprinting on the football pitch, it is going to be with more force and maximum power and then produce more speed. Now, the way we can push further and for an even greater increase in the level of power and force we can produce from sprinting is to maximize the strength within our core. Having a strong core is going to help your body to use less energy when running at a given pace, resulting in having more energy to run faster. Having a strong core is going to provide stability and an improved posture, allowing you to stay upright when running and continue your forward momentum. And what the strength within your core is going to do for you is it is going to allow the transfer of energy and power from your hips and glutes to be much more efficient, leading to each stride forward to be stronger and more powerful. This is why, during my weekly routine and following this speed formula, I've made it an absolute must to be completing an intense abdominal workout after each plyometric session is complete and also after leg strength training is done. 3 times per week, a short but intense abs routine for an overall greater enhancement in your speed. You don't want to be skipping this part of your speed training and development, because if you are, then you are missing out on some serious advantages to your pace and footballing performance. So we have gone through the training to do during the week and how we are intentionally working in the gym or on the football pitch for the purpose of greater speed. But a very important factor that can potentially slow our progress and slow us down, or speed up our progress and speed us up, is how we are managing our weight with the foods and drinks we are consuming, and how our diet plays a key role in the level of speed we can sprint at. We have to be managing our weight, because if we are too heavy and have an excess of body fat, then we are not going to be as fast as we could be. The excess weight and body fat is going to be slowing us down and preventing us from producing high amounts of power and force with ease and speed. So the way we are going to prevent this from being the case, and the way we are going to make sure we can sprint the fastest we possibly can, is by fixing our diet and food and drink habits. Firstly, a diet that is high in protein is an absolute must, because the protein you are consuming will provide growth and repair to the muscles you are constantly working, making them stronger and ready to be trained again. I would recommend having meals that include high protein lean meats such as chicken, turkey, pork, or salmon. Secondly, I would completely cut out the sugar and junk food that you may be currently eating. This is because they are very easy to overconsume, and due to how addictive sugar is, you'll begin to crave more, and this can end up in you putting on extra weight that is going to slow you down. Also, sugar is going to be affecting your health and your muscles in a negative way, which will also negatively affect your sporting performance, making you run slower and with less energy. Thirdly, eating lots of fruit and veg is going to put your entire body into a very healthy state of being. And the healthier your body is, then the easier your body is going to function and operate, therefore reducing any obstacles stopping you from producing your best performance when it comes to your speed. Doing all of this is going to ensure you are healthy and able to produce the very best of yourself. But another method that we can use to ensure we stay at our optimal weight for our best performance is to practice fasting. I've been completing 2 24-hour fasts per week, and it has allowed me to maintain my optimal performance weight, all while still growing high strength in my muscles. When you are fasting, your body is in the process of clearing out old and dead waste products, and it is also using the fat that is stored on your body already as fuel to burn throughout the day. This means that as you are fasting, you are going to be slowly losing the excess body fat and becoming a leaner and lighter version of yourself. And the best thing about this is that your muscles are going to stay healthy and intact and continue to develop ability and strength, meaning your muscular performance will not reduce. In fact, what will happen is that due to losing the excess of fat on your body while still continuing muscle development, your weight will go down and your speed and sprinting capabilities will go up. Therefore, after implementing fasting for 2 days during the week, I saw a significant increase in my ability to sprint fast and to sprint with further ease. And one last thing that you can do, and what I have been doing every day of my life for nearly 2 years now, is supplementing creatine. Creatine is going to boost muscular strength and the energy input that your muscles are getting, which is then going to result in a greater energy output that your muscles can produce, meaning more force, more power, and more speed. Creatine is also going to positively affect your energy levels throughout the day and your training, where you are going to have a higher amount of energy for a longer period of time. Even if you are spending this energy on highly taxing exercises such as sprints, you will be able to sprint harder, faster, and for a longer amount of time, and therefore drastically improving your speed capabilities in the long term. So we have all the tips for training, and we now know how to be fueling our body and how they will both affect our level of speed. But what we want now is to make sure that we can continuously carry out all of this without burning out, becoming injured, or missing sessions. And how we are going to do this is by making sure we are getting enough recovery throughout the week, so that we are always able to be consistent and train hard. On a daily basis, I've been going to the gym every morning to complete a recovery exercise routine, doing exercises like stretches, foam rolling, massage gun therapy, and cycling. And this has made it a much easier job to keep the consistency of training throughout the week. This is just a very quick and light session that you can complete in the morning, but it can make all the difference in your training and the momentum you have built. Making sure you are well recovered and preventing injury well means that the development of your speed progression should not be unexpectedly halted. With all of these steps put together, that creates the formula for unstoppable speed. And by following this formula and completing all of these steps together, you will become your fastest version yet. Like I've said, speed is a trait that can seriously set you apart and make you stand out as a football player. So maximizing it and becoming a player that can blitz past defenders on game day could potentially get you opportunities that you only once dreamed of. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you now understand how you can take your speed to the unstoppable level, and you take what you have learnt today and apply it to your own routines as well. If you want to see more videos like this and want to continue to learn what it takes to become unstoppable, then like this video and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and just remember that greatness is unstoppable.